After the over 20 years of insurgency of Lord's Resistance Army, the smallholder farmers in northern Uganda were left to face food insecurity, especially in the rural areas. The smallholder farmers also have limited access to agricultural inputs, which is the major element of their farming. Many organizations have tried to address the challenges, but farmers in the region still face the problem of late seed distribution, which is channeled through the traditional procurement chains. This has not met the needs of smallholder farmers because the seeds and the other farm inputs may be delivered late. Sometimes the seeds or the inputs may not be the right quantity. The quality also may not be the right one, and the type may not be the right one for the smallholder farmers in the region. The project for the restoration of livelihoods in the northern region, Prelnor, organized an input trade fair using vouchers in all the 9 districts in northern Uganda. That is Adjumani, Agago, Amoro, Gulu, Kitgum, Lamour, Nuoya, Omoro, and Pade to address the above challenges.
An input trade fair is a market setting which is organized for input dealers to bring in the inputs that are required by the farming communities, and the farming communities are able to buy these inputs of their choice. Now, in these input trade fairs, we don't use cash, we use vouchers. A voucher is a piece of paper with a money value that is given to a beneficiary, and the beneficiary uses these vouchers to buy the inputs of their choice. These inputs can be seeds, these inputs can be fertilizers, these inputs can be simple farm tools.
The input trade fairs using vouchers, which were temporary markets, were organized to provide farmers with access to the inputs they needed to sustain their agricultural livelihoods.
We adopted a methodology called input trade fairs using vouchers. This is a methodology which was developed by FAO and it has been used throughout the world. The main intention is to ensure that we provide opportunity for the local community and opportunities for the beneficiaries also to actively participate in the procurement process.
To achieve the exercise, there were several roles played by the input trade fair teams. From the project management unit, the exercise was supported by a team.
There are several stakeholders who play critical roles. We invite all the relevant technical staff from within the project management unit and from the partners, that is the district local government and the district farmers association.
In each district local government, the following technical officers manage the input trade fair processes and exercises. The project support officer was in charge of overall coordination of the activities in the district. District agricultural officer and sub-country agricultural officers were responsible for overall input quality assurance. They conducted inspection and insurance of permission to agro-input dealers to participate in the input trade fair in each sub-county.
After seizing the enterprise, they have to now get the input ready, and this is what is taking place right now. After acquiring the input, the extension workers will be going down to the different farmer groups and the household mentees to help them plant according to how they've been learning during the training session. But now this one will be now done practically in their own fields.
The District Community Development Officer, the DFA coordinators, and sub-county community development officers were in charge of overall mobilization of the beneficiary community to come and actively participate in the trade fairs.
So the process of input trade fairs allows for mobilization of huge volumes of agricultural inputs of various nature, and this gives an opportunity for the beneficiaries to choose from the different options. 2, it allows active participation of all the different stakeholders, the technical people, the agro-input dealers, the beneficiaries, and the local leadership. They all actively participate. They witness that what their communities are buying in the market and they're taking home. And this is a methodology that also provides opportunity for the small-scale agro-input dealers. In the community, we have small-scale agro-input dealers who would otherwise not be able to secure big contracts for procurement or buying of inputs following the traditional means. But this is an open market which allows whoever has quality inputs, if you have inputs that meets the quality standard, you are allowed to sell in the market.
The district commercial officers and agribusiness officers were responsible for mobilization of agro-input dealers to come and participate in the input trade fairs. They played a critical role in price regulations, ensuring that prices charged by agro-input traders were fair.
Once they are mentored for a period of 1 year, we graduate them and give them a food security grant. This food security grant is a package worth about 440,000 shillings.
The vouchers were issued to the beneficiaries by the assistant accountants with support of other team members.
We believe this method offers good value for money. Why good value for money? Because it is done timely, the farmers are able to take good advantage of the onset of rain. They are able to plant in time. 2, because the buying and selling is done in the open, the farmers are able to negotiate a fair price. You negotiate and buy. So we think overall what the farmer takes home actually is value for money. You get what you want exactly, you get it in time, and you get it at a price you negotiated yourself as a farmer. So we believe this is a methodology that works well.
Agro-input dealers were mobilized, and the mobilization involved explaining the terms and rules of the input trade fairs, unveiling the details of the market requirements.
Now, as a project, we are also supporting the communities to engage in seed production locally. We look at this as an opportunity, as a market opportunity for these kind of groups. Already, we are working with groups that have been trained in local seed production by other partners, and they are active participants in this input trade fair. Therefore, we are providing market opportunities. And overall, whatever resources we have available for buying inputs under this arrangement, we believe goes into the economic development of the local area.
In each sub-county, the following exercises were conducted: assembly of beneficiaries and briefing by the coordination teams and local leaders. In the briefs, beneficiaries were guided on the processes to be followed, the need for beneficiaries to buy what they prioritize, their total voucher worth, and how they should utilize the inputs acquired, amongst others. In the briefs, the input dealers were informed on how the inputs would be inspected, how poor quality inputs would not be allowed in the market, the need for them to guide beneficiaries on the varieties of their choice, the need to change their prices, and how their payments should be made, amongst others. Inputs that did not meet the specification were not allowed to be traded in the market, and the dealers were requested to remove them from the enclosed marketplaces. All Menti households receive vouchers worth 440,000 Uganda shillings for purchase of food security input package. Each farmer group received vouchers 900,000 Uganda shillings for purchase of demonstration inputs for both seasons A and B of 2019. For groups that were demonstrating cassava technology, they received vouchers worth 400,000 Uganda shillings for purchase of agrochemicals and other farm tools, while 500,000 Uganda shillings was reserved for the purchase of cassava cuttings at the onset of rains. In almost all venues, the Mentee households were very impressed with the quantity and quality of the imports they had purchased. The amount of vouchers given to them was adequate to buy for them seeds for at least 1 acre, farm tools including ox plows, in some instances vegetable seeds and tarpaulin.
In some envelope.
Farm groups in some locations had challenges finding particular crop varieties and fertilizers in the market. In those instances, their vouchers were saved and new dates organized in which they purchased the items that were missing in the first instances. After the closure of the input trading, all the input dealers sorted their vouchers and the vouchers were counted together with the assistant accountants and other members of the technical team. The total worth of input sold in each sub-county by each agro-input dealer was recorded on a voucher redemption sheet, which was acknowledged by each input dealer. The details of all the payments and supporting documents in each district were consolidated by the project support officers, and official payment requests from the chief administrative officers were submitted to the project management unit for payment. Each input dealer is paid directly into their bank accounts. Prelnor is a government of Uganda project through IFAD, grants from ASAP and beneficiary contributions. In Ajumani district, input trade fairs began very early and a number of farmers were at Ukusi Joni sub-county. Most of the farmers selected were very unprivileged farmers. Among them was Posquino Odeko, a 77-year-old man. Odeko requested for 2 goats and some bean seeds.
His eyes cannot see far. He sees just something at a short distance, even the ears, he cannot hear well. Now he cannot dig like those years. He cannot even do much work because he has an eye problem, ear problem. That's why he's getting in a very difficult situation.
Odeko was assisted and later he received vouchers which he used for purchasing his goats. He was very happy to walk back home with his 2 goats. In Lokong sub-county, Lamore district, the local leaders there cautioned beneficiaries to always avoid being extravagant after their harvest.
Port extension workers makube de gen gitiken pajo fonyo mirumete port luku ikit magen kiromati kwere ke do mir ben wonene kit magen gitika saving kwere oberu ka konyo gi kache ke banks mo kan miracle ben.
Mary Ajok, one of the beneficiaries, is in a group of farmers. Kenneth Omara from Olwa Parish explained that their group members used to raise only 200,000 Uganda shillings, which was not enough to buy all their agro-farm inputs.
I want to know chilling what port pega, Kodima, I want to want to fool the gang no, or Joga, Kita group, Cow Pira. You don't want for Prelnor, me or Cody.
Okay. Uno polo no chili and D, no will Cody.
For Leo, not you get me area.
In Poro Sub-County, Noya District, Fred Abola, who belongs to Aluak Watek Farmer Group, clarify how Prelnor changed their life.
One of me were for the white joy program for Prelnor. The one team would give a tech where we one machalo group, what ye yom and kumbete what organized and vision Mamel Ben Tieni. Ingemana for okay, kita kumbete what kere.
Bosco Atum, another local farmer in Patira Parish, Poro Sub-County, is also here to register his success.
Will go full. Will watering can. What I'm going to teach you can for the medical will. Yeah.
Christine Lukali is a 70-year-old woman. Lukali insists that it was a great support that Prelnor gave her.
No bangi ni keramo rojo kuona again ya jin kuona ka korti mabe no kuona dong bube mabe makej bube pe kon bangi do mo luongo nyingi tekaba.
In Wall Sub-County, Agago District, most of the local farmers were very early. The farmers say their gardens were ready and that they were only waiting for the agro-farm inputs and return of rain at the time. Santo Olal thinks that there will be a great change on many beneficiaries at the end of the year. In Paimol Sub-County, Agago District, the farmers were mainly interested in ox plow because they were having oxen in their homes. With the vouchers they received from Prelnor, they also bought other agro-farm inputs. In the Logi Sub-County, Omoro District, many local leaders were happy with the creativities Prelnor has provided to the local farmers in the sub-county.
Some few beneficiaries are being selected. So we are also appeal to our donors and stakeholders of Prelnor to increase their number so that all these projects conquered all part of the Logi Sub-County.
Venturina Acha is one of the women who received vouchers.
Man bikoni yo manini.
Bikonya man ka jalo gele enni non ka onwal mo kene da mi dan ko nya kergi pu amna ger burmana pour be man ko por kerna.
After the agro-farm input trade fair, a group of farmers composed a song to praise the government of Uganda through Prelnor.